4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Hey, come on. Let's go, Captain Lilineth. Try again. Hey, everybody, is there a window open? I feel a draft. Wanted a kiss and call your mother. That was a good one.
Hey, prehistoric forest.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Andy. I shouldn't have called the apple fritter a donut.
Really? What changed your mind?
Well, might have been that 2x4 you hit me with out there. Hurts here, a little bit here, but mostly here.
Yeah, well, Miss, are apple fritters donuts?
Absolutely.
I knew it. Yeah, well, anyways, I'll have a waffle.
Holy shit, look at that guy on the wrong side of the highway. He's going to kill somebody. Hey! Hey!
What's going on? Joker wants to race. All right, come on, let's go.
Put your window down!
He wants something. He's probably drunk.
You're going the wrong way!
What?
You're going the wrong way!
We're going. Yeah, how can he know? Thank you.
You're going in the wrong direction! You're going to kill somebody! You're going the wrong way!
What is it?
What is up, everybody? It is the DNA show. Don't adjust your screens. Dennis is not over here because, like the movie Contagion, he is under the weather. My God, man. This is, you know what this is? This is God smiting you for taking a 2-week cruise when a month of the new year hasn't even gone by yet. And God's like, no. This is not right. People don't take vacations this early. I must smite Dennis and his wife for taking this enjoyment when nobody else did.
Actually, if it was being smitten, it wouldn't have been for that. It would have been for me not just going back out for another week and avoiding all the stupid ass snow and ice and storms and stranding us. We should have just went back out in the boat like a lot of people did for a whole nother week down there. I would have had more vitamin D. I probably wouldn't have got sick. That is right. My wife wound up getting sick this last week, and I fought it off all week. But 3 o'clock this morning, it hit me. So it's Susie's fault. And
You
Andy.
fought the strep and the strep won. You fought the strep and the strep won. Hear that, Amish Ninja? Your boy's got strep throat.
He didn't know that because I did not talk to him today.
Oh, he does now. He does now. Dennis, what was your favorite part of the Super Bowl over the weekend? Bad Bunny?
Well, let's see. I did watch the TPUSA halftime show, and it was really good. It was really good. I kind of had the two being EFAP, so I got to see them, and I'm glad I listened to the one that I listened to because the other one didn't look so hot. My wife and I decided not to watch the game because we both thought it was going to be a really boring game. And lo and behold, I think we were proven right.
It was a really boring dude. I mean, I'm sure you know all this anyhow, but good Lord, it was almost halftime. And I'm like, this game cannot go to halftime at 3-0. It cannot happen.
I had the score up next to me because I was doing stuff. And I was like, oh, 3-0. Oh, 6-0. Oh, 9-0. I'm like, wow, I'm falling asleep just having the score up here. And so then I was like, we didn't even care enough to worry about the Super Bowl commercials. So we went through the Super Bowl commercials later, and there were a couple of good ones, but actually most of them suck. So you know what? I was pretty happy that we actually didn't spend our time watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there weren't really any stand out. I mean, honestly, the one commercial that was great was the Budweiser one with the horse and the baby eagle that, through time it finally did you see that one or no?
Yeah, we saw that one. Our favorite one was the Alexa Plus one with Chris Hemsworth, and it was trying to kill him.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yes, that was the only one that I thoroughly enjoyed, laughed, and happy. The Budweiser, I think they maybe have learned their lesson. That
they've learned their lesson.
Yeah.
I besides the sentimentality of the commercial, the shot where the horse was walking at you, and then you just saw these big wings come out because you couldn't. It was a low angle, so you couldn't see the body of the bird. And then when you finally did and it took off, they did that was really good. And the Chris Hemsworth one too. Other than that, I mean,
Randy's right. Mandalorian commercial sucked, and I'm there with you. I'm really happy. We did much better things.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we had it on. We sat through Bad Bunny. Courtney wanted to. I did watch the TPUSA one the next morning. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I'll be honest, I wasn't familiar with anybody but Kid Rock, but I liked the other performers, Actually, I take it back. The female, the woman, blonde-haired country singer woman, I've heard her name before.
She was the breakout best new artist or something a few years ago. And
oh, really?
I'm not super huge into country, but that was a really solid, good show. They did the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner on electric guitar. That was really cool to kick it off. No, it was it was solid. So enjoyed it.
And I thought, back to the Super Bowl itself, did you see the Charlie Puth singing the national anthem? Because that was really good.
At the Super Bowl, no.
Yeah, dude,
we didn't even turn it on the TV at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he was actually. There's not many times I hear the national anthem before a game, and I'm like, whoa. Really good. And then the cameraman did a great job with the flyovers and stuff. And they even had, which I thought was nice, interior cockpit shot of the two pilots in one of the planes as well. And I thought that was really cool because they were up high or whatever it was because they had the full face gear on, and stuff. So, I thought that was cool. They had to have been. I mean, they fly over jets, but that's a single pilot, What plane would it be that they have the two pilots side by side? Do you know? Oh,
No, because I didn't see it. I have no idea.
I didn't know if it was a specific type of bomber or some shit. I don't
I
know.
have no idea. I mean,
Somebody in the chat.
a lot of your bombers are side by side.
Right.
And they usually have a third in the back.
Right. Well, maybe somebody in the chat will inform us. Uber Eats commercial. I actually don't remember. Did you guys post the stream on X? It shows it. Yeah, they're checked. Should be streaming on X. We've got Rumble, my X, his X, my YouTube, and his YouTube. So
yep.
Yeah. So there you go. Chad in the chat, you know who you are. Did you watch the Super Bowl? And while we give you time to answer, do we want to look at those two funny books first that you have?
We will.
Or do we want to do a movie
right now. Randy's right though. Like it's not showing up. They're showing live, but they are not appearing.
Really? Let me take a look real quick too. That's odd.
Huh. So yeah, I will.
It says live.
I know they show it, and they both show green. They're connected, but
yeah, mine's not even showing. Like I just went to my profile where you should see it,
right?
And it's set now at the top on my profile page where your little round picture is. It says live.
Interesting. Yeah,
I just clicked it. Maybe this is new. I just clicked the little button that says live, or not the button, but my profile pic in the circle where it says live. And now I'm seeing it like full size. It just opened up full screen on Twitter. I don't know. X. I don't know.
Hi. Hail Andy and Dennis. Hail Chad. I agree with the Anthem. Flyover was awesome. Then I switched over to Puppy Bowl for a real game. I actually heard somebody else was watching the Puppy Bowl, which is funny. You'll have to just type in there what you thought of it, if it was good.
That's weird. And by the way, when I clicked on it, maybe this is new. It opened up, and there's actually a chat window now as well. Like go to your X and go to your profile, and you'll see. So yeah, maybe that's new. Don't know. What's the other thing I was going to mention about? Oh, and Rumble, I noticed last night. Maybe I just never noticed before, but you know, when we did the Bros last night, we were streaming on the Professionals Rumble channel as well as YouTube and stuff. And somebody posted a comment on Rumble and it showed up in the StreamYard chat. Does that always happen or?
So if I click on it, it does. It pops it open, and I can watch it. But
there's a big chat right next to it, so that's weird.
Yep, don't know what's going on. That is kind of unique. But thanks.
I don't necessarily like it because it shows live, but there's no actual post I can retweet. Yeah. And the thing I don't like is, you know, when you look at X in general, on the right-hand side below the search box, it says live on X. But I mean, you're not going to show up in that list because it goes like from highest down.
Yeah.
You know,
well, but she does say checking X, and I can chat also. So, and you can see the X next to Pityma's name. Yeah. So, hey, at least X can chat now.
Oh, wait, hold on. So check this out. Dennis, go back to yours where it's big screen, right? And at the bottom of the big screen next to the chat, on the left-hand side of the chat, you'll see the arrow pointing up. Click on that, and one of the options is post. So I just posted. So I'm going to go back to my timeline, and there it is. Now it's on my timeline. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Picture in picture. Where are you seeing it?
Okay, so you have the X open where it's taking up the whole screen, right? Or video.
Well, it's the bottom quarter is what it pulls up as.
I'll just share my screen and show you.
Yeah, this is new.
Here. Okay. So this is what I see on my X, right? When I click on live. And then down here at the bottom right-hand corner where I'm moving my mouse over, there's an up arrow that says share. And if you click on it, one of the options is post. So click post and it'll post it to your timeline. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mine isn't. I don't have that.
Really?
No, mine's just picture in picture basically. And even if I full screen it, it doesn't pop up. Let me see. Open live screen. Let's try that. Share.
Thank you very much, Peter Moss. She shared it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I posted it now. All right. Well, yeah, it's different.
That's odd. Very, very odd for sure.
Okay.
But whatever. Okay. Comic books. Here, I'll even slide you over since you'll be presenting stuff.
Yeah, obviously with me being sick, I did not get down to the shop today to pick it up. So I will show you guys a couple that I was excited for, and then we'll take a look. The first one is Thundar the Barbarian. This is the one I've been waiting for it to come out. I do own the Blu-rays of the original series. I love this show growing up. Kind of gives you, when you open it up, there's the splash page.
And now, have you read this yet? Because I know sometimes you get behind.
No. Actually, I'm taking these down with me to read tonight.
Okay.
But it's the history of Earth and what had happened to it. And then let's see. I'm going to get in and find a nice picture of Thundar.
Oh, good luck. I flipped through the book. That's why I didn't buy it.
There's the Sun Sword. There's Ariel. I did a quick flip. I managed to pop that open when I got it. And then you can see Ukla the Mock and Ariel riding on the horses. The artwork in this one is okay. I really was hoping for something a lot more. I really wanted something. I mean, they could have drawn them very Conan-like. Like, you know, this cover is great. Love the cover.
Who did that one?
No, it only lists the main cover. And I know it's not the main cover because that is not Michael Cho.
Oh, no, that's not.
No.
Michael Cho's cover is nice. He does really nice work.
Bjorn Barons.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, nice cover. Boy, if the interiors were anything close to this, it would be great. I'll be curious to read it because I do enjoy it. I love the original show, but I will say this, Dynamite, if you really wanted to stick the landing on these, you really want that artwork to look very much like the original cartoons because that's what we all want and we all love. And if you're not doing it, they're not going to have legs. They're not going to have staying power. Now,
no, I think Thundar's closer than some of the other ones Dynamite's putting out, but it just didn't do it for me. I was looking forward to it, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, half dwarf, half orc, dork. This is a very fun looking comic fantasy. You know, it is lighthearted. And I love fun books like this. So this is one that I decided here. I'll pull open.
Yeah, no, I saw that one. I agree. It looks like a nice. You'll have to do. Once you read it, I'll catch the review and then.
Yeah,
decide.
they even have the map and stuff. So I do enjoy it. Apparently, a bunch of you did see the quick flip that I did, and a lot of the comic shops sold out of it. So,
well, before we get into movies, this is kind of related. I just saw this, not to bring the show down, but the actor James Vanderbeek passed away.
Oh,
you know who he is, right?
I know the name.
He's from Dawson's Creek. That's what he's best known for. He was 48. It was confirmed today. And he actually had stage 3 colorectal cancer.
Wow.
He shared that news in late 2024. And he survived by his wife and 6 kids. So that is crazy. I saw it on X before I closed it out. And I was like, no, that's got to be a punk job. But then I Googled it and yep, that is, that sucks. He was also in, damn it.
Well, I didn't watch
Varsity Blues. Varsity Blues. That's what he was also known for. So, damn. Well, that sucks. All right. Let's, Art of Voice says that art is trash. Are you talking about Thundar or Dorks? Because I thought Dorks looked pretty good.
Dorks is meant to be funny, and it did. I picked it up. There were a number of them I picked up. The Savage Sword of Conan, the team that's been on the last number of them is not back, and it's good, but it definitely isn't as good as what the last group was. So,
yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about a movie. The Rip, guys. You get to experience a live movie review. We do these every now and then with streaming movies. This one's on Netflix, dropped a few weeks ago. And as always, we start with Dennis. What is The Rip about?
Well, Andy, The Rip, a group of Miami cops that they're a part of, discovers a stash of millions of dollars in cash, leading to distrust as outsiders learn about this huge seizure, making them question who to rely on or who could be a turncoat.
Oh, and who's it star?
Well, they reunite our buddies, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are back. So it is good to see the two of them back in a movie. It just really made me want to go back and watch Dogma or something fun like that. But yeah,
not Good Will Hunting.
These two. What's that?
Didn't want to make you go back and watch Good Will Hunting.
I could like that movie too. I like that movie.
So yeah, The Rip. I thought The Rip was actually really cool. It's kind of just like a good old throwback, you could say, action movie. No woke crap in it. Matt Damon is, the head of the task force. I don't know if you'd call Ben Affleck second in charge. And then you also had Stephen Yeun. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Stephen Yeun was also in it. He, of course, was the dude that got his brains bashed in on Walking Dead. Voice is Invincible. He's part of the task force.
Glenn, my wife was like, "Oh my God," and she couldn't figure out who it was, and I'm like, "It's Glenn." She goes, "Oh yeah." I'm like, I was sad when Glenn went. Wasn't sad in this movie. No.
And then you had two actresses that were on the task force. Sorry, I don't know their names. And then you had Kyle, is it McLaughlin, who is playing Hal Jordan later in the year, but he was also in the movie working. I don't think he was DEA, but he was a different unit basically on the task force that drove around in a nice, armored Hummer, I guess.
You said Kyle McLaughlin. It's Kyle Chandler.
Kyle Chandler.
McLaughlin is the one from
Yep.
you're watching Fallout right now.
Fallout. Yep. Kyle Chandler plays Hal Jordan. Also Friday Night Lights. I like Kyle Chandler, so I really enjoyed the whole cast. And the two female actresses, I thought they were good. They're not big names, so that's why I don't remember their names. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when I saw them, I didn't automatically go,
Nope.
oh.
No, I didn't either.
Okay.
I didn't either, but it was a good cast. I enjoyed. So this is a definite drama, a laden cast. There's no quippy, one-liners. There's no comedy. This was pure cop, drug, police drama. And it was I was like, well, let's see how it is with the two of them in there. I loved it. I really loved it. There's always some big twists when you're trying to figure out things in there. So it's always fun to figure out, can you pick out what the twists are or know what they are, as they're happening. So my wife and I were watching it, and the action was good. The hints to the clues were there. It was a solid story. Like I said, pure drama. I think they both did great acting with it. It was good to see the buddies back on screen together, and for a different type of a role this time. I think they nailed it. This was a fun, not laughable, but a fun, enjoyable story. I liked it a lot.
It had a few twists in it and stuff. And going into a movie like this, and once they set up the premise, which is basically there's this so this task force that Damon and Affleck are part of what they do is, if they find out there's like either a drug stash or lots of cash someplace at a house, they get their warrants, they go get it, on the job. If it's a cash thing, going by procedure, they have to count it there on the premises and stuff, to log it, blah, blah, blah. And there's some bads going on, we'll say, inside the team. And even though you knew that there were going to be some twists coming up and stuff, I thought they handled it well. It's really hard, I think, these days to go to a movie and have the movie, put a good twist in that you go, holy shit, I never saw that coming, but this one at least did it well to where you weren't like, oh, this is going to happen in 10 minutes. I thought their performances were good. And like Dennis said, it's a drama. So it's not like a Bad Boys relationship between Affleck and Damon where they're busting balls and stuff. It's pure drama and an action thriller, I guess. And I tell you what, for a Netflix movie, I'd say years ago, when you heard a movie with good actors was going straight to a streaming, you'd go, uh-oh, must
Royal
not have tested well.
Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah. But now a movie goes straight to streaming like a Netflix or a Prime. They put out some good stuff. So if you have Netflix and you're looking for something to watch that's a couple hours long, I highly recommend it.
Art of Roy says Affleck and The Accountant was cheesy decent. It is. That's one of my wife's favorite movies. And The Accountant 2 was even better. Him and Berkenthal with them getting their relationship is great. Those are really good movies. So I agree with you there. The Rip, if Andy and I would have done our Thursday night movie watch and gotten tickets, I would have walked out of there at the theater going, hey, that was solid. That was worth it going.
Yeah. And Art of Roy asked, were they uniformed? No, they're not uniformed cops. They're a special task force. So, I mean, I guess you'd put them under the detective banner because they could wear what they wanted. Now, when they rolled up to the house, and if it's in the trailer, it's not a spoiler. When they roll up to the house, they don't know if they're walking into, so they get out and they put on their vests and stuff.
So obviously. Think of them as it's a local task force, like the DEA version of a local task force.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's CGC grade it. It is your turn. I remembered.
It is. This one was solid. I enjoyed it all the way through. the girl that, it was her grandma's house and stuff like that. I enjoyed her. I enjoyed all the acting.
Yeah, she was good.
It was solid. I'm giving this one a 7.5. It was a solid movie. I would recommend watching it, especially being on Netflix. It costs you nothing, assuming you already subscribe to Netflix. It is worth a watch.
Totally. And look at that. It's one of the few times we are both on the money. I'm also giving it a 7.5. I remember seeing the trailer thinking, oh, I got to click the remind button on Netflix so I know when it comes out. And I believe I watched it that weekend. So, and then Dennis was away when it came out. So that's why we're doing the review now. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think you guys should check it out. What do we got with IMDb and all that
because we're not in the car doing the review, we can actually show it. IMDb is giving it a 6.8. And if we all know the IMDb, that's a solid number for a movie. Your Rotten Tomatoes, the critics are giving it a 79 and the popcorn meter is at a 65. So everybody's kind of in the same ballpark on this one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. See, guys, like we always say, we're your go-to for movie reviews. You don't got to go anywhere else. Right here, guys. Right here. And of course, we're going to move on to the next one. Oh, we came loaded with Bear.
Right.
We got two that we're reviewing.
Also a streaming one, but
that's right.
Not Netflix this time.
Now it's Amazon Prime, The Wrecking Crew, Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista. Dennis, what is The Wrecking Crew about?
Well, Andy, the two are estranged brothers. They're half brothers, actually, Johnny and James, and they reunite after their father's mysterious death. As they search for the truth, buried secrets reveal a conspiracy threatening to tear their family apart.
Now, this, unlike the previous one, which was kind of a buddy movie, this one is Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista, estranged brothers. Bautista's living in Hawaii. Momoa was out in Ohio or some crap. And they basically get Jason Momoa goes back to the island because of a tragedy. And from there, they're both cops and they want to, they investigate it kind of separately, but then get pulled together with some clues. And I got to say, I thought their chemistry was fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. I was excited when Momoa, Bautista, half brothers. And I'm like, okay, let's just see how they are. If their chemistry works, I think this would be a good movie. And it did absolutely work.
It is funny. Randy says about Bautista lost a lot of muscle tone. Funny thing is, I agree when you see him with just like the shirts and stuff on. And I will correct myself. He is not a cop. He is a Navy man, and he's a SEAL trainer. So he's trains Navy SEALs. So there's a shot in the beginning of the movie where he doesn't have a shirt on. And yeah, he's not as bulky as he was. But I was like, damn, he's still he wears baggy shirts. Like if he didn't wear baggy shirts out in public, you'd be like, yeah, he's still got it going on, but he likes baggy clothes, I guess. Anyhow, so they do both start investigating separately of this murder, and then they end up converging at this point, and then end up investigating together. What's the actor's name that was in play Spider-Man's best friend in Spider-Man movies?
Oh, Jacob Batalon. He's the guy with no hair, alopecia guy.
Alopecia. He is great. I mean, and this is not a spoiler because it was in the trailer. They all go to this crash this expensive dinner party type thing to try and get some information. And that dude from the Spider-Man movies, alopecia dude, is like you two, and he's talking to Momoa and Bautista. He's like, you two look like The Rock fucked himself and had twins. Oh my God. He had so many great one-liners.
Yes.
Batista did, Momoa did.
Jacob did this parkour thing where he's like running away, jumping out the window, going down, bouncing it, and you just see him, and he's a good sized kid, and when he gets down there, he turns around, and he gets all the way to the bottom and flips off Momoa. It was just so funny, and he goes, "What are you, like a fat Jackie Chan?"
Oh my God. The jokes were great. And the funny thing is, when they did that, obviously it was a stunt guy that did it. But I mean, I don't know if they padded this stunt guy up that knows parkour, or they found somebody that size roughly that knows parkour, because it was edited so well together.
You could not tell at all there was a stunt person. It was Morena Baccarin. She plays Jason Momoa's, I guess we'll call it girlfriend / fiance.
Yeah, on and off again.
I love her to death. So she was absolutely fantastic in there. This buddy cop story had a lot of action, a lot of comedy, a lot of physical fights that go on. Batista and Momoa have this great brother all-out fight, and you get into the emotional part of why they're estranged and stuff. And then you're dealing with Stephen Roots, the detective. He's like the head detective of it, and he can't stand either of them. And it is great. There's no love lost. There's some great friction there. And then Tamura Morrison, or we'll just call him Boba Fett or Jango Fett, and he winds up playing the governor and stuff in it. So it had a good cast. And it was a pure fun buddy cop kind of movie in my mind. My wife and I laughed and laughed. The story is what it is. There's nothing exceptional about it, but it was a great popcorn flick.
It was. And it's one of those movies where no boobages in this movie that I recall.
No.
It is R-rated, but that's because of the violence is really over the top. Think like Deadpool. Some of the violent stuff they did was so over the top, but they really did pull it off well. And I mean, we're not doing spoilers, but there was just some stuff in it that I was just like, oh my God, I've never, like Dennis said, the story itself, it's almost cookie cutter. But when you do a story like that, you have to look at the other things you add to it, whether it's, is there a car chase? Of course there is. But what can you do to that car chase to plus it up to make it like something you haven't seen before?
Yeah.
And what they did in this movie and a lot of the action moments. So that really makes it work.
Did have one of the tropes that a lot of these movies that we talk about fall into. And it was kind of like, didn't see that one coming. So that was too bad. But with that being said, it was still a fun watch. And this is another one, although it was on Prime. If you and I had gone to the movie theater to see it, again, I would have walked out going,
oh, yeah,
dude, I hope there's an after credit scene. We should stick around for it.
Oh, 100%. I wasn't let down by either one of these. All right. It is my turn to go first on the CGC rating scale, where we rate from 0.01 to 10.0. And, because I do like straight out dramas like the previous movie, The Rip, but a movie like this where I can really laugh and have a really good time, I kind of lean towards more. I'm giving it an 8.0. I'm sure that if any of you watched it or will watch it, you'll probably say you rated it higher by a point, but I don't care. I like movies like this a lot. So I'm giving it an 8.0.
Wow. 2 movies in a row. You and I agree. I like this one just a little bit better. I think because I laughed so much in it.
Yeah.
And the chemistry between Batista and Momoa, I mean, they just had me roaring. And 2 brothers, kind of opposite sides of the coin, and they played it really well. This is one I actually hope they do a good sequel. I would
Yes.
love to see them come back and do something with this. And they do set it up at the end for a possibility. I'm also giving this one an 8.0. Very fun, very solid. Another one, if you like comedies and you like, this type of a show, I think you will really get a kick out of this.
Now, I will say, I'm a little surprised. I thought for sure when I said 8.0, you were going to come in a little lower, like a 7 or 7.5. So that's cool. All right, what do we got here?
It is. IMDb is giving this one a 6.5 right now. And a little low, I think. But let's do this. Rotten Tomatoes. The critics are giving it a 7.3 and the audience is 69. So you and I are actually a little bit higher this time than what they have to say. I enjoyed that one a little bit more than that.
Yeah, that really surprises me because it is a fun movie. Oh, well, now we're going to talk about a movie that Dennis saw over the weekend. Unfortunately, I do want to see it, but I was busy, so I wasn't able to make it out. So him and his niece went. And he's going to give us a review of it. No spoilers because I do want to watch it. Iron Lung. Dun, dun, dun. I can still do this, though. Dennis, what is Iron Lung about?
Well, Andy, in this post-apocalyptic future after the Quiet Rapture, there's an event where basically all the stars and planets just disappear. A convict winds up having to explore, and for his freedom, a blood ocean on a desolate moon using a submarine called the Iron Lung in order to search for the missing stars and planets.
Okay, well, it's all you. I can't throw anything your way like we usually do.
So I
Who starred in it?
Only because people started talking about it. Now, the cool thing was Markiplier he's a YouTuber. And he does like playthroughs of Five Nights at Freddy's, which my nephew's big on. My niece actually subscribes to him and watches a lot of his stuff. So she knew about this movie coming up. And I said, I heard about it because he managed to make this movie. And I've never played the game. So I'm going into this as purely a movie guy, not knowing any of the world, not playing the game, no world building. I'm going in fresh. He winds up being a convict in Markiplier, or his real name is Mark Fishbach, I think. He winds up playing the main character and pretty much one of the only characters you'll see in the movie. The movie was filmed, and for $3 million, it was made. And he wound up fundraising because he couldn't get this movie made through normal Hollywood means. Even for distribution, they were like trying to screw him over and not get this put out. So he did this really cool thing and did all the legwork in order to get the movie into theaters. He basically went into AMC, Marcus Theaters, Regal, and said, I'll split the box office with you half-half. You show it, we'll do an even split, which is way more than what Hollywood studios give. So they said, yeah. He wound up, when I checked the other day, he already had $31 million. So he's going to be giving this huge bonus to everybody who helped work on it. He should do a second movie based in this world. But the entire movie is built around the Iron Lung, which is the submarine. He is a convict. He needs to go down in there, and there's no light in this. It is a very dark movie, and there's a button on the wall when he pushes it, and it like flashes. It takes an X-ray picture in order to see what's out there because the submarine has to be completely sealed up. And so you get a flash of what's out there. So the horror, a lot of it is you're on your edge of your seat. Oh my God, was that a face I just saw? Was that a rib cage? What is out in this world of blood? The other cool thing about this movie is it set the world's record for the most fake blood used in a movie. 80,000 gallons, which I think Evil Dead, I think, was the original holder at 50,000. And even through the movie, as you're going through it, it was shot really well, and you saw a little bit of blood, and they're wiping it off, and you see some coming in, and you're like, where's all this blood coming from? Oh yeah, no. The third act, you see where all the blood comes from. And the entire movie is a slow burn because it's a very slow tension build as you're trying to piece together what is out there, what's happened, who came before him, what needs to take place. And the camera shots are great. Like you'll see, a drop of condensation and it's a slow beat, and you'll see a drop of blood coming down, and it's filmed really well. You see why he got away with this for $3 million, because there's a few other, we'll call them actors in this. You get to see one of the girls for a little bit when he comes back up. Other than that, it's all voice. You hear her voice over the squawk box that's up there. I will say overall, this was a movie that I knew nothing about, but I enjoyed it. It was solid. Now, when the ending came, my niece and I, because she knew so much more about this than I did, we both kind of just turned and looked at each other and went, that is an odd ending. That is not quite what we were expecting. But it was solid. It was good. And it made you think, not playing the game. Now, I've talked to somebody who's played the game. Apparently the game is very much the same way in the way it ends and after it. So I was like, okay, I enjoyed it. I think from an acting standpoint, because he wasn't an actor, I think Mark did a great job because he's basically the only one you see on the screen. I think the set design was great. You could tell it was low budget, but he made the most out of everything in this. As a guy who went to school for film production and stuff like that, I think he just nailed it out of the park with what he was able to do. There were certain things that I wish would have been explained more, and I know the game doesn't necessarily do it. I think the movie needed to do a little more, so it's not a perfect movie, but it was cool, and it was very interesting. So if you've seen the game, and maybe if you guys, when you watch this, if you've played the game, leave your comments because I'm curious. Or if you've seen the movie, let me know your thoughts. I am giving this one a 7.0. I thought it was solid. I am glad I saw it. I'm glad my niece knew a lot to fill me in on a few things at the end. But overall, the filmmaking, the quality of the acting in it, the pace, like I said, it was a slow burn, but it was intentionally a slow burn because you're trying to get the weight and the fate of the world on there without having to everything going, oh my God, boom, boom, no big explosion. Good stuff. I highly recommend that film if you're into, it's kind of, I know it's considered like a body horror and a monster horror. In a way, yeah, but it was really more psychological in my mind.
So my question for you is, did you stay for the credits? Because I see that it says there's stuff during the credits.
Yeah, we were there, and there's like little things that are going on through the credits, but I didn't see. Yeah, we didn't see anything really. Okay,
well, I was just curious because I did look up because I always do if there was stuff during the credits or after, and it did say during. But as we know from what we saw last week, we sat around during the credits for no reason.
Correct.
So yeah.
So anyway, kudos to Mark, Marky Player for producing this, and I think this is a really good future pathway for other independent filmmakers to do it. Stop going through Hollywood. Make stuff what you can. Fundraise it. If you can do that, I think there's something to be had here.
So do you have critic stuff for it and stuff or no?
Yeah, let's pop this up.
I do want to see it. Unfortunately, it's going to wait till streaming.
IMDb is giving it a 6.6. So it is right there with the other two movies we reviewed. And let's see, Rotten Tomatoes is, the critics are giving it a 61, which is
Look at that
not
audience.
surprising because they did not want to support this movie, a lot of them. And 88%, look at that for the people. So the people really like this one. Like I said, now there were some people that in the movie theater that we were at that played the game, and you could tell it because as soon as it was over, blah, 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 it was like Five Nights at Freddy's. They knew all about it. They knew the history, the lore, and they really loved it. Me just being a movie guy, looking at the technical, the acting, things like that, I enjoyed it. But if you're a gamer, you probably love this movie.
Cool. Well, that sounds great. Like I said, I do want to see it. I saw Primate. I have yet to do a review because I guess if I would have thought of it, probably should have done one, and I could have done a self-review of Primate, but
You could
because
have.
Dennis hasn't seen that yet, but we'll save it for later. But I can tell you, I did enjoy Primate. I love movies like that, so it was really cool. But also really cool, of course, is Lilineth Infernal Conflict, guys. New update I put out yesterday. Let me click on the old update tab in case you're just joining. You don't know. Major announcement. Legendary artist Bart Sears joins the campaign. At 55K, we will add a 4-page core draft story by Bart Sears. Now, it's only 4 pages, kind of like Bud Roots was in core draft. So can't really show full pages because you don't want to give stuff away. So I pulled some panels that I thought were cool from it. Of course, the story will be in color once everything's said and done. But for now, just showing it in black and white until we get some. All 4 pages are complete. So we get closer and we'll get some colors slapped on them. So guys, go check it out. And that is 55K, including both platforms on Kickstarter. The Billy Tucci cover, colored by the great Dan Lawless, is still available only on Kickstarter. So make sure you go there to get it. And if you get the box on Kickstarter, you will get the cover inside the box with all the other goodies, the exclusive John Malin black and white cover, the Circia bookmark, and you'll save some money. 3 backers away from 100 backers on Kickstarter, and on Indiegogo, we're at 313 backers. Picked up some more with that new announcement. So guys, go check it out. Still working on the book. Want to get it in your hands in July. That's right, Rich. Rich, we haven't had you on in a while. We'll have to do that. So there you go with that. Let me do this. Yeah, what do you say? So does anyone do the AMC Oscar? Nope, sure don't, because I believe out of the Oscar, the Oscar noms, there's only 1 or 2, and I'd want to see. And yeah, so no, I don't. But Dennis and I do have the AMC monthly A-lister card. So
yeah, it's funny you say that because my niece brought up, like we were talking Begonia and stuff, and she goes, "Oh, well, that's an Oscar movie. That means it's got to be a good movie if it's nominated." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't."
No, it is a good movie.
Sitting there waiting for the movie, we pulled up all the Oscar nominees over the last decade, and we went year by year. There were a couple of really good years that were in there, and then there were other years you're like, "Wow, that was completely devoid of anything good." And yeah, just saying, just because it's an Oscar nominee doesn't mean it's a good movie or it's a crowd pleaser.
That's true. Oh, look at that. Rich noticed.
Oh, thanks, Rich. With me being sick, I even took a shower right before I came in, but this is as good as you guys are getting today.
I honestly wouldn't have known if you didn't take a shower because there's no smell back and forth.
That's right.
And you look like shit. So I
know. And as soon as I hit goodbye, I am going right to bed. So
we'll be doing that. I don't think it's a wig, just lots of dye. Unfortunately, and I hate saying it, no dye. The only gray dummy has is in the temples, like Reed Richards.
So. Oh no, I got gray. But the longer my hair gets, the more it covers it up.
There you go. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up so Mr. Dennis can go nighty-night with his binky and his teddy bear.
That's right.
It's actually not a teddy bear. It's one of those fluffy things from Star Trek, a tribble.
Giant
He's got
tribble.
a big tribble that he cozies up with. So there you go. Graybeards is in an hour, and I don't remember what the topic is. So you'll have to go watch Graybeards to find out. Until then, thanks for joining. And
Rich, you guess you got to go back and watch it from the beginning.
That's right. And tomorrow night, because somebody's sick, I'll be seeing another movie with just my daughter. What is it? Have fun. Something, don't die.
Oh yeah, I won't be. I'm going to keep the ticket, but I won't be making it, obviously. So that's a bummer.
It is a bummer. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. Go. You be quiet, Rich. Go back. Lilineth, Infernal Conflict. Here's the trailer. Bye bye, everybody.